So often these are really famous people walking and drifting in and out of SCHWAB'S, as my dad called it. I remember Walter Pidgeon, the famous old actor, my dad chatting with him, actually getting out of his Rolls Royce Space Number One into Schwab's. Um, and another regular that actually would come and chat was a very famous old gossip columnist that was like, there was Elsa Maxwell, Hedda Hopper, and this guy, Sidney Sokolsky. And again, he would, my dad would like announce his entrance and like, give me deep background on Sidney Sokolsky. Of course, I've mentioned there that I actually went there with Cass Elliot with my dad, but unfortunately, she was not able to fit into the booth. So we had to make sort of like, alternate like seating for her. It was just the three of us, believe it or not. But this was from another century. I mean, literally and figuratively speaking. The kinds of things that I remember a lot of times, Hollywood wise, were these odds and ends. They're not necessarily, as you may have noticed, these glamour puss stories. This was also right next to a place called Googie's. That also, if you Google it, is immensely famous. It was the favorite coffee shop, believe it or not, of James Dean, among many others. But it was small, narrow, a little grodier, as we used to say in the 80s, not the flash bang of Schwab's, but still every once in a while, we'd drop by Googie's. Why? More networking opportunities, but not nearly as many. Next door to Schwab's, I practically lived too, because there was this darling little flower shop called Alfie's Flowers, owned by this beautiful couple. And she was so short and he was gigantic, Latino, Latina, and just full of love, and watched, especially the wife, watched me grow up, literally, like from before I can remember. So tragically, after many years, they, of course, bulldozed not only Schwab's, but the entire block. The whole corner of Sunset and Crescent Heights was leveled. There were all kinds of little notorious places. Lady Snow's boutique. You can only imagine what that sold, or at least, Anyway, this was my, emotional geography that like vanished. Like I said, they bulldozed the place. And so I don't know, in thinking about Schwab's, what resonates for me is that I really miss, believe it or not, Hollywood decay in the 70s. It was just you were just watching a beautiful collapse, and it was faded, but it was so alive, at least in my brain. So anyway, thanks for tolerating all of my Hollywood jibber jab, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow, or you seeing me. Same thing, different top. Otherwise, in the meantime, I love you. Bye.